13 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and our home team. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week, though.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide, but hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Forced out to his left. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Aguilar. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Fielded at about the 28. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Ross. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. To throw is Ross. Throwing on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they get the defense back on their heels.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Ross. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On first down, Aguilar. He finds his man, complete. It's Wade. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on 3rd down, Aguilar. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ross. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now Ross on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ross. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And he's got his man on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they give you the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Cardinals had 5 and 6 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Ross. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. $17-0 our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Aguilar. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. Aguilar. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Got a man and he hit. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Aguilar is going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Point after here coming up. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Here's Ross to throw on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Complete to number 1. A gain of 8 yards.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Ross. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. Down to the 42, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Ross under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one way to turn you around and say, hey, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Ross. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ross now looking to throw on 2nd down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Ross throwing to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, just like last play. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Ross. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Ross. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Wide open receiver complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on first down. Aguilar. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Number 26. Out of bounds at midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those 2 teams play the second quarter. The Niners try and hold on and claim victory. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Bears trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw is Ross. From the gun, he'll throw. 8 yards on the pickup there, and moves the sticks.
One of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back Back to throw. Ross. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he wisely will throw that one away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Back to throw. Aguilar. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete to number 26. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, Aguilar. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will wind up a loss on the back, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now Ross to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Complete to number 6.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's Ross on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Ross now throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second.
To throw on second down. Aguilar in trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Aguilar. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Ross throwing on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Ross. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Aguilar. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. To throw is Ross from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid of it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Aguilar. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 1st down, Aguilar got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Throwing on 1st down, Aguilar. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll try and run the option.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back to throw. Aguilar. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to maneuver.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Cardinals, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week when they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for the home team here, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.